When it comes to the FNAF community, it's widely accepted that the books are typically considered non-canon, or at least within their own continuity. However, one book stands out from those, being closely connected to the game universe. This is the Security Logbook, an activity book that has answered many questions and stumped just as many fans and theorists alike. Well, during my own personal research through the FNAF media, this book stood out as it has one teeny tiny itsy weensy detail that absolutely broke me. Before we move on, I know what you're thinking. But Zed, if most other books aren't canon, why would this one be? Well, the Ultimate Guide explicitly says this book is connected to Pizzeria Simulator, linking it properly to the game universe. That's good enough for me. Now that we have that settled, let's get on to the information. Firstly, let's get a few confirmed details out of the way. The Security Logbook is a book handed out to new security guards of the establishment in order to help them out with their first week on the job, including activities, coupons, and incident reports that can be filled out. This one that we are handed is a book that belonged to a previous employee named Mike. Quite clearly, this is Michael, or Mike Schmidt as he goes by in FNAF 1. This is also the same Mike from Sister Location, as we see his drawings of exotic butters and casual bongos. Within this book, we see drawings of multiple characters of the franchise. Of course, we have the obvious ones like the main band, but let's quickly point out the additions of the Fun Times as well as seeing the Puppet and Mangle. So now we have confirmed Sister Location existed and FNAF 2 has passed. Why are we bringing this up? Didn't we already establish this book is from FNAF 1 locations? Yes. That is what makes this next detail interesting. It is widely accepted that FNAF 1 most likely takes place after FNAF 2 and Sister Location. But what about FNAF 3? I know, sounds crazy. Our information is that the game takes place 30 years after Freddy Fazbear's closes its doors, and most believe that this is the FNAF 1 location that closes for this to happen. But if that is the case, then how do we explain this? Foxy standing within the office of Fazbear's Fright. It's not just here. Within the Finish the Comic page of the book, Freddy and Foxy are also talking in the same location. This office is the only thing in this entire book that alludes to FNAF 3 in any way. If this book is supposed to be in print and used by Michael during the events of FNAF 1, then how does Fazbear's Fright fit into all this? This small detail is telling us that the location opened and subsequently burned down before Mike worked at Freddy Fazbear's Pizza. And if there's anything we know about the FNAF media, there's no coincidences. Everything exists for a reason. Scott had to look at this book, look at the art, and say this is okay. Now, people are convinced that FNAF 1 has to take place before FNAF 3. Right? It's all just legends and rumor by that point, isn't it? Well, the stories certainly are, but who's to say there isn't at least a single location still kicking around when Fazbear's Fright opens? Fazbear Entertainment has shown themselves to be a rather resilient company. The Springlock tapes confirm multiple locations are possible to be open at the same time.
Hello. This is just to inform all employees that due to budget restrictions, the previously mentioned safe rooms are being sealed at most locations, including this one.
So as much as we all hate cliffhangers, this information will be surfacing in a later video when I try out a brand new proposition for the FNAF timeline. What happened when, the locations that existed, and the true motivations of Michael. As we all know, you have to go with the Trailblazers, so I'm going as far off the trail as I possibly can, while staying inside of the narrative that has been laid out for us. So, with that, I've been Zed Gaiath. Thanks for listening to my mad ramblings.